Good day. This is Donna Leia P. Buendia again, and our topic is about emotional self. Okay. All right. So imagine your life without this kind of emotions: love, joy, fear, sadness, surprise, and anger. It's gonna be a boring life, right? As you can see from the picture, there are different emoticons that are displayed. And in these times that we are in the digital and modernized era, we usually use this kind of emoticons to express our feelings, to highlight our emotions. Am I right? Okay. Now, technically, let us define emotion. Alright. So, emotion, these are intense feelings that are directed at someone or something. Okay. So, emotions are private experiences. They are subjective because no one can ever dictate what kind of emotion you're gonna feel. Okay. So, it will depend upon different factors. Like, for example, with the situation you are in, okay, or with the person you are dealing with. So we infer observable behavior associated with our emotion. Okay? So there are four components of emotions. We have feelings, social expressive or social expression, bodily arousal, and sense of purpose. Let us discuss this one by one as I move on to the next slides. The first component is the feeling component. As I have said earlier, emotions are subjective feelings. Okay? So it means that it's an autonomous aspect of ourself. Okay? Uh, it is being felt privately, although there are times that we want to express it in public or we want to express it with other people. Okay? It makes us feel in a particular way, such as anger or joy. Okay? It has a meaning and personal significance, and it might vary in intensity and quality, and it rooted in mental process. Okay? So when it comes to the mental process, this is when the physiological processes, okay, takes place in our body. Like for example, okay, um in our brain, there is a certain part of our brain which is actually responsible for emotion. And this comes the second component of emotion, which is the bodily arousal, and is linked with the physiological changes that happen to our body when we feel a certain emotion. Okay? So in bodily arousal, there is a biological activation, okay, of our autonomic and hormonal systems, and actually it prepare and activate adaptive coping behavior during emotion. It also prepared our body for action, for a certain response is to a certain stimulus. Like for example, there are changes like alert in posture, clenched fist. Okay. So this kind of changes in our bodily arousal is actually the role of the part of our brain, okay, and our neurotransmitters and our hormones, which play a key role in the different expression of our emotion. Okay, so in our brain we have the amygdala. We have different kinds of neurotransmitters and hormones. We have the epinephrine, okay, the norepinephrine or the adrenaline, right? Okay. We also have the serotonin, the happy hormone, the endorphins. So this kind of physiological aspect is actually a great influence, or they take their role in the changes of physiological or bodily arousal. Okay. Next is the purposive component. Okay. So it gives emotion its goal directed force. Okay, this kind of emotions are turned into motivation to take action or response, and it also cope with causing circumstances. Okay, so why people benefit from emotions, social and evolutionary advantage. All right, so the purposive component is actually the kind of component that will let other people, okay, it will give cue on them on how they will react on our certain emotions or feelings. All right, Let's say, for example, in a frightening situation, how are you going to react? So there is a